Perfect Turd Podcast, Lamar, episode 62, The Zombie Showdown.
Boy, oh boy, we haven't done a showdown in a long while.
Yeah.
So we brought it. You said we should bring it back, and we chose zombies, and we chose 3 films: Gallowwalkers, Coronavirus Zombies, and Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood.
You know, we found a couple good ones, I think, here. I don't know.
I agree. I had it because every time we do this showdown, we have
We've had
one
some
is
duds.
just bad. Oh God.
The Werewolf Showdown was rough.
Werewolf was rough. We always talk about Jurassic Prey. The first time we did the Jurassic Showdown, but all of these had something special.
Well, let's get into the categories, how we're going to compare and pick a winner. What are the categories, sir?
Well, the categories, we're going to start off with like the actual outbreak story, like the zombie plot, like how did the zombies come into play? So we're going to start off there. Then we're going to go to the individual characters, because that makes a lot of, you were mentioning The Walking Dead. They always have interesting characters that bring something to fighting off the zombies or living. And then we have the zombies themselves, or like the zombie effects, like how they look, what they do.
Their threat, how dangerous are they and stuff. So,
boy, oh boy.
Well, let's get into it then. Plot. Where's your vote going for plot?
It goes to Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood.
Okay.
So let's break down this one. It starts off with basically like it's an exchange. The shadowy thing is going on with some drug dealers, warring gangs, black and Koreans. The Koreans have stolen the girlfriend of the black gang. The main character who leads the gang is G-Dog, of course. And they're trading her for some cocaine. Unbeknownst to them, there are cops that are watching them, and they're going to be like, hey, we're going to get these guys in a sting operation. Then a solar flare just, pops up, goes over the earth, and then turns people basically into zombies. So that's the plot. And it's almost like this movie was like, I don't know, like, We Are the World type of thing, because the cop teams up with the drug dealer, and then they have to fight off the zombies. The black and the Korean gang comes together, and a lot of wacky things happen. So that was my vote. What do you think, Joe?
Well, I'm actually torn between the other two. We have Gallowwalkers and Corona Zombies. So Corona Zombies kind of seems more relevant because we're going through the coronavirus situation right now.
Yes.
Basically, it follows this girl. She's just on the phone. Pandemic starts, but, the pandemic is not only just coronavirus. It's coronavirus that makes zombies.
Yes.
And then it just cuts to scenes from Hell of the Living Dead, which is an old zombie movie. And they just overdubbed it to create, the whole plot and stuff. So I thought that was funny and kind of creative. Gallowwalkers, another very interesting thing, like, starring Wesley Snipes. It's like these people, when you die, you become kind of a zombie, but you're still like sentient, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you lose your skin.
Yes.
So the bad guys, zombies, are trying to just get people to take their skin. Wesley Snipes is trying to get back at the guy that killed his girlfriend or whatever. So there's like a revenge plot to it. I'm going to vote for Gallowwalkers. It was more just like a serious kind of action horror type of deal. It did drag a little bit at times, but
a little bit, yeah.
But yeah, overall I thought it was like the best actual movie.
Okay.
So that's where mine is going.
So one for Gallowwalkers and another one for Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood.
Right.
So there we go. Yes.
So then we move on to characters.
Ooh. Well, Joe, my vote is for Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood. Yeah. And it's a close second is Gallowwalkers. Because like you said, the story, everybody's pissed at each other, but I do like, I think his name is Amon. I like his character and stuff like that. He's kind of cool. And then the villain was kind of like, very flamboyant and everything like that, when he's taking people's skin and things he was saying. And then Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood has a bevy of characters that borderline on just crazy stereotypes
Yeah.
and things that you're just like, what? So G-Dog, of course, he's the head of, his gang and everything like that. Very stereotypical character. C. Thomas Howell, who, by the way, got in trouble for being in blackface in that one movie. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. He's like the stereotypical cop. But then, like, the Korean gang members and stuff like that, they're very funny at point because, of course, they know martial arts, so they fight the zombies hand to hand.
Yeah.
That was funny to me.
This
was strange. A black doctor. He's an astrophysicist.
Yep.
But he's very astute. One of my favorite parts in the movie, G-Dog is like, hey, I'm G-Dog. These are my homies. He's like, homies? Yeah, homies. Oh, my friends. He's like, oh, well. So they kind of went back kind of like, we're not being too stereotypical. He's a very smart black man, but added to that, he has a white stepdaughter.
That was my favorite part of it.
Out of nowhere.
First, he was just calling her, this is my daughter.
This is my daughter. And they even address it. And they're like,
and then they almost implied like there was something weird going on between them because she just goes like, yeah, daddy. And she like goes and sits on his lap and stuff. It's very weird.
I thought that's where it was going to go. And I was like, wow. But they addressed it. They were like, why is your daughter white? Oh, well, she's my stepdaughter. So that's my vote for best characters. What about you, Joe?
I'm going to agree. It's the Mutant Zombies from the Hood. And all the reasons you said. Well, first, the doctor... What was funny, he puts out a message. He's like, if you're a survivor, come to my house. It was like everyone's just going to go to this guy's house. And then his daughter, she meets up, when they all meet up with the group, she becomes attracted to the policeman. And they're just start having sex. And she's like watching the zombies from outside. Like she gets turned on by like the zombies and stuff. So everything was about, the characters were all crazy and just the acting was real weird and it was just funny. So those are to me the best characters. And Corona Zombie, there wasn't much going on character-wise. So Mutant Zombies from the Hood with a 3-1 advantage. They're in the lead.
Does.
We go into the next section, the zombies. How they look and their threat of the zombies, the effects, all that.
I'm torn. Let me start off with Gallowwalker. There's some really cool design things with because like you said, they're still sentient, but like the first time we meet the main villain in Gallowwalkers, like it's like the muscle is just seen and everything like that.
Hellraiser,
he has to cut off. Yes. He has to cut off somebody else's skin and put it on. And then he's like pale and he has his white hair and stuff like that. And then there was another guy that, of course they had to like replace their skin. He had like reptile skin like sewn in. That was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, that was cool. He was bragging about it. He was like, this skin lasts in the sun longer than regular skin. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then you had like the big brute guys, and they had like these 10 things on. Well, the only way you could kill these guys, zombie logic, shoot them in the head.
Yeah.
So they have those things, I'm presuming. That's why. But then when you take them off, he had like this puffy looking stuff all over his face. Vampire Zombies from the Hood. These zombies are your typical messed up zombies and stuff. They eat people. But Joe, they have a different thing about them. They're hyperactive sexually.
Yeah, well, the whole thing about zombies is when you become a zombie, you go down to all your primal urges, which in most films it's just eating. But in this film, it's more than eating, it's also sex. So we also have basically zombie rapists. Yes.
There was a scene where a young lady was running. She was going for her car. 2 zombie men come up and they pull her out the car and then they put her on the car and they pull their pants down. I'm like, whoa. Whoa. Like you said, their basic instincts. Luckily, she was saved this time. And they get captured by the cannibals. Who are not just cannibals, they're also sexual sadists as well, because they take that same poor woman and then one of G-Dog's like top lieutenants, they pretty much rape her while they're dismembering her, and then for him they basically bite his nuts off.
Yep.
That's it. So it's like, I don't know, which, because like that came out of left field for real. Like I was just like, oh, I did not think of that. So I don't know. I'm torn. What do you think, sir? Like,
that's a weird one. Yeah, I'm torn too. Like, also in Mutant Zombies from the Hood, some of the zombies still retain some of their ability to speak and stuff too. And that was going to be my determining factor, like, as far as the danger of a zombie. They're more dangerous, right, if they're intelligent. But I think I'm going to give it to Gallowwalkers only because it was more well done. Like, everything looked way better in that movie. It was a little more professional. The zombies from the Hood almost look like a 1995 after school special. It had that look to it.
Put me down for Gallowwalkers too.
Okay.
And then coronavirus zombies. Like, if you take a step back on why they did what they did, it's funny.
Yeah.
Because they also have a titular film. Zombies versus strippers.
Yeah.
And so they take clips from that and put it in this movie. So yeah. So
that leaves us with a 3-3 tie.
Oh, it is a 3-3 tie.
3-3 tie. So, tiebreaker. Which one would you want to see made into a sequel?
God, that's tough, because Gallowwalkers, even though it dragged on and some things were disconnected, it looks like they realize the idea that they have and everything like that. Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood is just wacky. I want to see how wacky they do this. And it's like I want to see a sequel from both of them, but just to see the wackiness, I'm going to go with Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood.
Mutant Zombies from the Hood, I'm trying to think, like, do I want to see another one? I kind of do, because I think you can add more crazy characters. I'm sure they would come up with more crazy scenarios and stuff for the zombies. So yeah, I'll agree. To break the tie, I'll say Mutant Zombies from the Hood. Let's see another one. Who knows?
and it's a very slim thing, because Gallowwalkers was better production and everything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Very professional. But Mutant Vampire Zombies from the Hood it was a great time just watching it. And of course, we're not endorsing like sexual assault, but everything else as well was just freaking entertaining.
Right. It was just crazy. When you see it, you're like, oh.
It goes back to that idea. If you don't have the budget to do big things, just go nuts. And that's what they did.
Right. That's it then. The winner of our first zombie showdown, the Mutant Zombies from the Hood.
Wait, hold up. It's Mutant Vampires. Did you say vampire?
No, I didn't.
Vampires.
Mutant Vampire.
Vampire Zombies from the Hood. That was a little discussion that they had, in the movie. Are they vampires or not? Because they needed blood technically. But yes, Mutant Vampire Zombies.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right then. Peace.
Deuces.